Hello students. So today this session is about to understand the basics of Blender software. So this is the Blender software. As you can see in front of you, this is the interface. Now I will just quickly give you a small information about the interface and then we will proceed to the activity. Here on the top we have this info editor which also has this menu bar. So it is consists of different options as well as different modes which we will eventually understand going forward step by step. We'll come back to layout and then we have this bigger area in the center where we will supposed to do all the work. So this 3D space is called workspace where we will do all the work. Then at the bottom we have a timeline. So timeline is going to be used when we will do some animation. Of course, that is the future thing. So we will cover that up in the upcoming projects. Then here on the right hand side we have this properties editor. Now properties editor will give you different tool depending of kind of requirement you have in your project. So this we will also explore activity by activity. So we will let it be like this. Above this we have this outliner basically shows you all the components you have on the workspace. So for example, you have a cube, a camera and a light, so you can see all three components in the outliner. Now let's talk about doing the work. So whenever you open Blender software, by default it comes here with a cube. Now of course, at any point if you feel like you want to change the components, you have some different components available here which we can choose to use for the modeling. Now as of now, let's talk about this toolbar and the tools which we are going to learn. So in this toolbar we are going to learn about these three tools: move, rotate and scale. But before that, let's just understand how can we navigate in this 3D space. So there are three ways to do that. The first one is called orbiting, where you orbit around the object or the center point. Second one is called panning, so you can pan around the object as well. And third one is called zooming in and out. So let me just explain to you quickly. To orbit, you have two different options. First is you need to bring your cursor on the top right side on this gizmo where it is indicating you the X, Y and Z axis, and as you roll over your cursor there is a small translucent circle which is highlighted. So if you click here and you move the mouse, then it orbits around the object or the center. Now underneath that you have this first tool which is for zooming in and out. So click on this and you can zoom in and out. And then we have this third tool called pan. So with this we can pan around the object. Now you can perform all these three actions if you have a mouse with scroll wheel. So if you just click the scroll wheel, not wheel up and down. Okay, there is a confusion. So if you wheel up and down, this gives you control of zoom in and out. So we don't want that. Rather, we will click on the scroll wheel and we'll move the mouse so it will give us orbit. If I'll do with that with the shift key, it will give me pan. And if I'll do that with control key, then it will zoom in. So whichever way you found feasible, you can choose to navigate around this 3D space. Now let's move to the activity which we are going to do. So in this project we are going to create a small sparrow using the basic shapes available in the Blender software. So let's see what basic shapes are available in the Blender software. First we have a cube already here. Now to add more objects into the Blender software, we need to go to this add menu over here and we will choose the first option, that is mesh. Under mesh you can see there are so many different shapes or objects available, such as plane, cube, circle, UV sphere, isosphere, cylinder, cone, torus. So I'll just bring all these objects one by one in front of you so that you can see what basic objects are available in Blender to start modeling. So these are the some basic models which we can choose to perform some modeling. All right, there is a monkey face as well. This maybe we can use in when we will try to do some animation or facial expression thing. So for the time being, we will delete all these things and delete the cube as well. And what I want is I want to keep the sphere, because to create the bird I would think that the ideal shape would be sphere. So I will keep this one over here, and now what I will do is I will be considering this sphere as the body of the bird. Now the next thing which I want to create is the head of the bird. So for that I again need to add a sphere. So I can go to the add menu in the mesh and I can choose this UV sphere. But let's learn a new thing. Instead of inserting a new object, what if I can copy or duplicate the existing object which is available on the workspace? To do that, what I can do is I can select the object and I'll go to the object menu, and here I have this option called duplicate objects. This is like a very commonly used method to make the copy or duplicates of the object. So I'll choose this, and you can see now a duplicate of the sphere has been attached with the cursor, and wherever I will move it, it is moving along with the cursor. Once you click, the object will be placed where you have clicked. Let's perform the same action with the shortcut, that is Shift D. So I'll select it and I'll press Shift and D, and again the duplicate object has been attached with my cursor. But now what I want is that it should not attach to my cursor, rather it should be on the exact same position from where I have made the duplicate. So for that, after Shift D, I'll press Escape key, and you can see that duplicate sphere is on the exact same place from where I have made the copy. Now from here, I will carefully move it along axis by axis with these arrows of X, Y and Z axis, and I will put it carefully over here on the top so that it will look like as this sphere is a head of the sparrow. Now after that, I will choose the scale tool and I will reduce its size a little bit. So in the center, if I'll click and I'll move my cursor, it will scale down the entire size of the object. If I'll do it with the axis part, so it will scale the object on the individual axis. So for this particular part, we don't want that. We want to scale down the entire sphere. So I will keep it till here and it's fine for me. Now again, I will make more duplicates of the bird. So I'll press Shift D, Escape, bring it out, and I will scale it way down to make eyes of the bird. Bring it on this side, maybe a little bit upwards. Like this. Shift D again for duplicate, Escape key, and move the second eye on the left side. And this seems good to go. Now I will add a new object here that is called cone. So I'll bring the cone, and this time I will first scale it down like this, and second tool I will choose, that is rotate. So in this activity we are exploring these three tools: move, rotate and scale. So I'll rotate this like this, and I'll bring it upwards. Maybe I need to scale it a little bit more down, and just in the Y axis like this. So this way I have created the beak for the bird. And finally, the last thing which I will add here is the tail of the bird. So for that, I will duplicate this cone only, and I'll bring it here. I'll scale it up like this, rotate a bit, scale. So this way, the basic modeling has been completed using the basic objects from the mesh, and using these three tools: move, rotate and scale. Now let's proceed ahead for some detailing part. So what I'll do next is, these spheres are not looking quite smooth. So to make them smooth, I will select them and I'll go to the object menu, and here I will choose the option called shade smooth. So this is making my model look much better. So I'll perform the same on remaining objects like this. Now the important part is how to apply some colors. So to apply the colors, we have the term called materials over here. We never say that we apply color. We always say that the kind of material we are making. So for that, I will come to the properties editor, and underneath the properties editor you need to look for this option called material properties, and you need to select the object first, and then you will click on new. Now on this you can see that there are so many options. Okay, so no need to get confused with that. So what I need to do is, first I need to click on this use nodes to disable this option. Okay, why we are disabling this, that I will definitely explain to you in upcoming sessions. As of now, just learn the basic thing of the materials and we will proceed ahead step by step. So first thing first is we need to disable this use nodes. Now to apply the color on the selected object, I will click on this base color and apply the color. Select new object, click on new, disable the use nodes and apply the color. Disable this and maybe some different color, maybe black. And if at any point you want to apply the existing material to the new object, so what you can do is, instead of clicking on new, you can come to this option, and from here you can choose the materials which you have already created. So let's say I want to give the black color to the eyes, so I can do so from here. And let's say to the beak I want to give a different color, so I will click over here, disable the use nodes and some different color tone like this. So this way you can complete the model of this bird with materials and modeling. So I hope you have understood about this process. Thank you so much.